When I was going in my freshman year of college, I started off at St. Louis, their pharmacy school, and got there in my first night, a little country boy in a big city, you know, I decided to go a little crazy and started partying it up. October 31st, my last party, and that next Wednesday night was St. Louis's crew. And so I thought, one of my buddies came by, he's like, you should go, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, whatever.
So I went to a community college back home, and last year over Thanksgiving break, my brother Bobby kept talking about DCC, and he kept asking me if I wanted to go. I didn't know what it was, I had no idea what that even stood for, and he's like, it's a really good time, you're going to go to Denver, you're going to meet a lot of people, and so I decided to go ahead and go.
Then one of my buddies was like, hey, we got DCC going on. I'm like, what's DCC? And so then they told me Denver Christmas Conference, big deal in Denver. I was like, yeah, gung-ho, let's go, do this thing. I didn't know what was going on. I remember that day when my parents were going to take me, drop me, I was going to meet up with some people and go. I thought, why in the world am I doing this? I am going to go to Denver for a week. I've never been that far. Well, I thought, I really think I should go.
One of my doubts was I wouldn't know if people would relate to me because I knew that they were just really in a great relationship with God, and at that point I wasn't. I didn't know Him as well as other people had, and so I was scared that that would mess me up and just get me down, and it really didn't. They uplifted it and they just helped me become more positive about my relationship. The first day when I first got there, I was really scared, not knowing anyone. All I knew was Bobby, and so I was just kind of nervous entering that kind of atmosphere. But the people were really, really welcoming, and I mean, I formed friendships that same day, and we just got to talking about our personal life as well as just having fun together, and that was a really cool thing to me, that you could just jump into a whole different atmosphere and have people just want to get to know you, want to know your life story, and just hang out and have a good time.
And to see God every year bring all these kids in here, you know, probably, you know, some had the same story as me. They partied up, got involved with crew, and then just like went.
You have a lot of downtime, and then you also have a lot of worship time, and you get in this little small group throughout the whole week, and you meet with them and you just talk about the Lord.
So we all like started praying stuff, and like I just really felt God convicted me, and I started, you know, praying, Lord God, you know, just like get rid of this crap in my life, Lord. And so like we got to worshiping, and I was praying, like just pouring myself out to God, which I've never really done before. And you just feel like this presence of God over this whole place.
And it's just a whole week of just talking about the Lord, getting involved with your friends, meeting new people, and just having a great time in Denver.
It's just the greatest time ever, and like, and for a bunch of college kids, road trip out there. The road trip is awesome too, except for Kansas when y'all go to sleep, but you know, same difference. So it just is such an amazing experience to see what God does with DCC. On the way back, I remember eating at a Burger King with my mom once we got back to Joplin, and I never cried on my mom. It's just crazy, you know. But we sit in that Burger King, in the middle of a Burger King, and I started telling mom all about DCC and like what God had done there and like how powerful it was. I just started bawling.
I found myself becoming really a different person in a lot of cases. I was praying more. I was talking to people that I had met about God.
Evangelism was like a big thing stressed at DCC, which you can carry over to MSU. Every year you get something new out of it. Different speakers. You can always get stuff from different speakers. It's just a fun time. It's definitely going to be a blast again this year. So if you can go, go.
I'm excited to go next year, and I hope all of you